Yo, what up guys, bagi sama gue Sia guys di Fantasy XVI guys, part ke-14 ini harusnya guys. Kita melanjutkan perjalanan kita ngomong sama si Otto dulu. Kita baru saja mengalahkan Kupka BTW guys. Sekarang kita mau lanjut lagi guys. Nah, terakhir itu kita bingung guys, kenapa mereka tahu tentang mitos guys. Siapa namanya? Ini ngapa gue kesini, kocak. Si siapa namanya? Gue lupa nama karakternya sih. Yang dari Waloet. Gue lupa guys, siapa namanya?
Clive, you're back.
Yes, aku kembali.
I am,
Otto.
and with glad tidings for once.
Ya, Kupka udah.
Joker is no more.
Kupka sudah kita injak-injak guys.
I'll be.
Dia sudah menjadi besar, tetap kalah. Tidak berguna memang.
Be smiling down at you right now.
Kira-kira abis ini kita artnya kemana guys? Anjay, art aja ngomongin gue sekarang.
I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
Yes, gara-gara gue betul sekali.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
Halo Jill, ini udah kelar istirahat kayaknya dia guys.
You look better.
I feel it.
I feel.
Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind.
Mending jangan, firasat gue buruk anjir.
Otto.
Rasanya untuk Clive tambah tua aja guys.
Word on the royalist movements since I've been away. Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Oke, kita strategi meeting lagi sama Vivian kah? Vivi. What a V.
The conquering hero.
Conquering hero, let's
With
go.
hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Gila anjir, orang berasa kayak lawan bos terakhir kan, terakhir kita battle-nya. Berasa kayak lawan bos terakhir banget kita guys kemarin.
Picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
Berarti kita next-nya itu guys, yang bakal kita
But whatever plans
hajar.
was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men.
Sebenarnya rata-rata belum selesai sih, negaranya sini masih ada si Kupka, Dalmatian.
I've never seen such creatures in storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Enggak, emang Waludernya aja yang mau.
And the Adamantus. One can often be led
Waludernya aja ini mah yang mau apa namanya?
On individual details.
Yang mau ngajar Dalmatia. Orang Barnabas yang kirim kan? Si Benedicta ini ke Kupka.
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his
Anjir, buat tahun-tahunnya gue masih agak bingung guys.
Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmatian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash.
Anjir, udah tinggal segitu doang, secuil gitu guys.
Shows not the faintest interest in laying claim
Sisanya udah jadi hawar aja, hitam gitu.
So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the mother crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again.
Itu BTW lambangnya kayak
it is but a question
lambang
of
Odin
when.
juga sih.
And on that day,
Walud.
who will be trampled underfoot?
Terakhir kayaknya itu guys.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the
Si
royalists'
Biron ya kalau nggak salah guys.
movements.
Kakek lagi. Paman,
He's
paman.
really throwing himself into this.
Pamannya dia guys.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are
Sebenarnya
still
kalau misalnya
raw,
mereka tahu yang ngalahin mereka
especially
itu
for those
kita,
who lived
mereka nggak
with Sid
pada
the
nggak takut apa?
longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we
Vivian
are.
kalau jadi cowok juga bisa gila. Kalau
Very
voice
well.
actornya diganti cowok,
I'll go and spread the word.
gue percaya juga di cowok guys. Agak manly gitu deh. Aduh banyak betul anjir, gue harus ngomong sama Caron, Blackton, Harpokret yang archive guys. Perpustakaan. Mana dulu ya? Caron dulu kali ya. Caron sama Blacksmith dulu kali ya guys. Caron. Iya, Torgal.
Well,
Halo, Bu.
someone
Apa
loves
kabar?
plays with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true.
Yes, Kupka
Cooper
kelar.
is dead.
True.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Siap, Nek. Nenek lah dia. Harus banget lu siapa anjir? Baru lagi. Oh, ini si Goetz anjir.
Blackthorn. Do you have a
Anjir
moment?
dia kayak gak peduli berita apapun itu
What
guys.
is it? I'm busy.
Gue sibuk. Kerjaan gue
I wanted
banyak,
to
gue
tell
gak
you
peduli.
Hugo Cooper is dead.
Oh gitu. Terus?
I can't tell you
Oh dia
how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
anjir mau nangis gitu deh.
This is it then.
Mau nangis gak sih?
A new beginning. Under a
Kayak
new
sedih gitu deh. Atau kesel itu mukanya guys.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Udah gak? Udah berarti ini udah semua kayaknya guys. Tinggal ngomong sama si Harpokret guys yang buat perpustakaan. Tadadadadada. Po gimana po?
Ah,
Terakhir kita ngomong sama dia
Have
itu
you
buat
come
cerita
seeking the
Torgal kalau
gift
nggak
of
salah.
knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Cooper is dead.
Oh my. Can you really
Iya
be
iya
true?
iya iya.
Look, he's crying.
Ini apa sih dua orang kembar nih?
He is.
Ted makan snack lu aing, ngapain lu di sini?
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy.
Yeah, tears of
We must
joy.
offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking.
Hanya libur
Put
tiba-tiba
away your
kelasnya.
things.
What the fool?
All right. Brilliant.
Saking senangnya libur sekolah, what the fool? Abis dikatain murid anjir, kalau zaman gue
Dawn
digampar-gamparin.
has broken.
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me.
Yes.
I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Kayak nggak tahu dah, nggak ada yang tahu kayaknya.
No. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the
Iya,
sort
nggak ada
of
yang tahu guys
conspicuous
tentang itu
absence
kayaknya
that
dah.
might suggest a concealment effect.
Meskipun dia pintar
One is
atau gemar
almost
membaca, tapi
tempted
kayaknya
to
nggak tahu
conclude
tentang
that
sejarah
such a
itu. Guys.
creature never existed.
Sejarah
I
yang
saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the
Ya,
only
sebenarnya dia
one
percaya
who
sih.
has.
si Harpocrates ini.
To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not.
I know
But
not.
until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you.
Tapi buku tentang itu nggak ada, lu investigasi
It means
gimana
a lot.
anjir? Cari Google gitu gimana coba?
Let's see if Otto has
Si
anything else
siapa
for
nih?
me.
Si Harpocrates, ini namanya apa sih? Harpocrates anjir. Harpocrates ya guys, bukan hipokrit anjir. Nama fast drop gini guys. Teneng. Ngomong sama Otto lagi. Cuma mau kasih info doang. Woi, Kuka dead. Abis itu balik lagi Otto. Oke guys, ini kayaknya berita sudah menyebar deh. Sudah dikalahkan. Oleh siapa? Gua.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word.
Kenapa nih gelap? Lagunya hilang.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No.
Anjir pada seneng ya si
She was right,
Hugo
though.
Entet ya.
Everyone was glad to hear the news. Ah, but
Bisa
you
gitu
ain't
ya?
told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends
Sejahat
back in
itu
the
kah?
old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid.
Oh iya, pada kesel gara-gara diserang dia, baru inget nih, kocak.
You're right.
Keluarganya banyak yang entet gara-gara dia, baru inget gue.
And I will. Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers. Trying to do her father
Meet yang
proud.
ini guys, yang bikin workshop, yang
I
nyusahin
can't
kita
remember
waktu
the
itu
last
guys.
time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Berantem si Meet anjir. Bawa dia. Sekarang ngomong sama Meet. Meet, aduh bentar deh jalannya lewat mana sih guys, gue gak hafal lagi. Oke, belakang sini ya, ini BT bisa turun kan? Ke sono, oh tuh ada chest, kocak. Kemans aja ya gue. Atau di tempat baru ya, waktu itu gak ada ya. Oh, tukang, anjir lu capek banget kayaknya dah. Tiap hari kerja cuma cuci baju anjir. Gak ada mesin cuci. Oh, kita ke Meet dulu dah guys. Nah, Meet tuh lewat sini deh, kalau gak salah bisa dari ke belakang. Kalau nggak salah itu siapa, ibu-ibu lagi lihat pemandangan anjir. Halo sayang, mana sih? Asta anjir namanya. Kita ke Meet dulu dah. Meet berarti turun sini. Gue belum explore lagi sih guys, jadi gue nggak tahu ada yang baru atau enggak deh. Ada yang baru atau enggak deh? Kayaknya sih nggak ada yang baru.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Lu ngeliatin apa ya? Dia bikin apa nih?
All right, Clive. What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get
Waterfall?
this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal.
Visit Sid. Oh, kuburannya.
Displacement stack. Here.
Ini apaan
And
anjir?
this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
Ini
The
bikin kapal dong nih.
Enterprise.
Gokil gini sih, Mit.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the
That's
fickle
cool.
winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in.
BTW itu gue tulisannya kagak kebaca guys.
Already talk some
Kayaknya
tight
mas sengaja
shipwrights
dibuat
into putting the
tulisan
hull
nggak
together
kebaca
for
gitu
me
deh.
in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's
buat di mana,
so
ada tempat
involved
apa?
that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad
Ribet
though
gokil
when
ya
I'm
bikin
done,
kapal anjir.
whenever that is.
Is there anything
Ya
I can
elah,
do
gue harus
to help?
bantuin.
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that.
Gue harus bantuin
First
si...
things first, I need some parts making.
Oke guys, kayak kita
The
harus bantuin
stack will be made
si...
up of 3 major
Kita kayak harus bantuin
components.
si ini dulu deh, si siapa namanya, si Mid dulu deh.
There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine.
Dulu dah si
The
Jimmy
helm over
mana
the top,
ngerti
that
gue
disperses
anjing.
all that heat into the air.
Si Clive contohnya pukul-pukul anjir, nggak tau
And the
engineer
shielding
dia.
around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Pala dia meledak kayak pala gue.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here.
Oke, gimana kalau
Show
gue cari
these to
material aja?
Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Oke, kita kasih blueprint kah kayaknya ke Blackthorn.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Oke, kita udah dapet desainnya, sekarang kita ke Blackthorn. Ke blacksmith kita guys. Lewat sana. Bentar. Gua jalan nggak gitu hafal guys. Oke, lewat sini kayak lebih cepet deh kayaknya. Lewat sana muter agak jauh guys. Bener gak bener? Oke bener guys harus. Keren gitu. Gue berasa hideaway-nya kayak Monster Hunter juga sih. Monster Hunter bikin ginian nih. Bikin ginian. Ada headquarter kan, mirip-mirip kayak gitu. Bedanya ini lebih bebas aja gitu.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with
Masih
it.
tampangnya selalu
It's for Mid.
nggak senang aja.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
Nih lu disuruh
She
buat
said you
kapal.
would know. Here.
Oke, kita kasih ini kah? Nih, bikin. Gua kagak ngerti soalnya.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though,
Lama gak?
and I'll need help.
Material
Get
pasti
Gavin
gitu.
Otto in
Pakainya.
here, will ya?
All right.
Materialnya kah kayaknya? Ngapain harus ada auto sama gaff segala?
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at
Ngapain nih?
this.
Rame betul kita, sampai berempat anjir.
It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That
What do
means
you mean?
an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials. And I've
Oke,
got my
material.
work cut out
Oke,
already.
gue nyari material
We'll
bisa
have to
gak?
fetch 'em. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of
Velcro nama
the stuff,
tempatnya,
my usual
Stardust nama
supply should have it in
materialnya.
stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Anjir
We'll
cuma
make
buat
your minds
si
up
Mid.
who's going where. We can get
Biar
this
si
over
Mid
with.
ngeliat si Sid doang anjing. Oke, letting off sim 1 anjir, berapa biji anjir? Dah full anjir. Get necessary material. Gue udah punya kali.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Otto, you are with me. Gav udah sering, tapi Gav kocak sih guys. Gav aja kali ya.
Gav, you're with me.
Gav aja deh yang
All right
kocak.
then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up
Okay,
those banks
black.
that you're after.
Black.
Southern reaches of the Velcro, eh?
Velcro ada black sand.
That's down past Mill. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
Oke.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
Oke, bye-bye.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me. I'd like to see him try.
Ini apa gara-gara si Hugo abis kelar kita agak santai gitu kayaknya guys. Kita kayak cooling down gitu. Ke Velcroy bawah kah? Nah, di mananya anjir? Velcroy, oh. Pasir hitam, emang ada pasir hitam lah, full. Nggak pernah tahu gue guys ada pasir hitam. Gak mekanik balik. Pasir hitam ada pasir hitam.
Looks like I found the river.
Oke, di mana sih Gav? Bener juga. Gav. Anjir Gav hilang, Cok. Oh, ini di si Gav nih, naik cokobo dia. Ngapain gue loncat, kocak.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Pertama tuh nyampe, gue udah teleport anjir. Udah macam nyampe duluan anjir.
And I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it though. I asked over in Dalamil and they seem to think it was worthless.
Mana Stardust?
But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Hanya suruh ngambil debu bintang anjir. Debu bintang sama Stardust 5 biji. Ya apa Cok, ada hewan-hewan kecil ini bisa gue bunuh. Ini. Potion anjing, gue kira Stardust 10. Cok itu kadang-kadang nggak bisa gue bunuh anjing. Satu, anjir suruh 5 biji ya kocak.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Ya memang iya anjir. Ya, memang kan katanya emang bentuknya hitam anjir, pasir hitam. Bentar, kok cuma 2 sih? Bentar, aku cuma 2. Cok, nggak bisa naik, Cok. Nah. 3 4 one more 5. Mana sih? Mana satu lagi, kocak? Cih. Torgal? Aduh, nggak bisa pakai Torgal, Cok. Ah, tuh. Akhirnya 5
Should be
nih.
enough for now.
Oh ya Gav, lu dapat berapa? Gue dapat 5 nih. Lu dapat berapa sih Gav? Hah? Nggak usah lu sampai kalah lu Gav. Mentang-mentang matanya 1. Anjir dia satu bucket gitu anjir.
You finished?
1 karung.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Ini 1 karung gitu kocak. Cuma kayak 5. Oh, gue menang.
You win.
Oh, gue menang guys.
That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Tolong Gav, gue normal. Lu mau ngapain nih? Lu jangan bikin gue nggak jadi ciuman mulu dah. Mentang-mentang kemarin scene aneh anjir.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the
Santuy.
hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day
Kalau
off.
kayak lihat jubahnya
Says the
dia
man who spends most of his time
sama
behind
armornya tuh ada
enemy
lecet-lecetnya
lines.
gitu guys. Dulu tuh nggak
Only
ada
because
waktu
you keep
pertama kali
sending me
pakai.
there.
Dia kasih lihat detail.
I know I can
Udah
count
usangnya
on
di
you,
situ.
Gav.
Tada nggak pernah ganti baju,
Likewise.
jorok anjir, bau bet pasti itu. Ntar ini masih mending ganti baju aja.
So
Si
you keep
Gav nggak pernah
sending me
ganti
wherever
baju.
you need
anjir.
to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a
Anjir yang
home to
berubah
come
dari Gav
back
itu cuma
to.
matanya hilang sama ada
Thanks
jenggot
to you.
doang ya kayaknya. Lu ciuman buat pukul aing. Oke, nggak aman guys.
Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead
Ditabok pakai palu
and
blacksmith.
try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Jadi dia yang kirim tuh jalan kaki. Nggak sih dia bocok kobot tadi ya.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Gue sampai lupa ada Torgal anjing. Gue sampai lupa ada Torgal. Badi-badi gitu. Secara tiba-tiba masih hidup anjir. Balik dulu guys. Kita samperin dulu si Blackthorn, kita udah punya bahan-bahannya.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Buat dia bikin alatnya guys. Jadi si Mid bisa pergi ke si Sid buat bekerja, bukan buat bekerja, buat kayaknya berduka kayaknya guys.
Blackthorn, got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be
Udah
enough
banyak
to
banget nih
begin with.
Sardas.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Gas gani gas. Letting off steam one.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Nah, I don't need anything. Oke, dia kayaknya udah lah ngerjain. Gue gak tau guys, dia apapun itu yang ditabok sama aja sama si Blackthorn. Gue gak tau. Pokoknya kayaknya dia lagi bikin atau udah bikin ntar dikirim gitu gimana. Langsung ngomongnya sama si Mid. Gue udah suruh si Blackthorn. Seharusnya kita udah bisa begini. Mau bikin kapal dia hanya tiba-tiba banget sih. Itu ini nama kapalnya nggak ada namanya ya guys? Atau pernah ada tapi gue nggak nge ya? Mana tuh si Mid?
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
Dua lagi apaan? Kocak.
What's next?
Semua beneran 3
Helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing
bikin
fallen
kapal
scrap.
Israel kok.
Salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Bisa naik
Just so
nggak tahu
happens
sih,
there's
bisa
one
kalian
particular
nanti.
ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what
Kalau
we
bisa
need.
kita ngelihat FFF dulu sih emang bisa
What's
sih.
the name back there? I'll give you
Naik
what details.
pesawat, kapal,
What's the
ada
name?
setahu gue.
Right.
Kayak open world-nya gitu ada gitu guys, buat kayak world map gitu. Mungkin di sini mau bikin gitu juga.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should
Dia
speak with
barriernya
you.
nggak dicabut guys, nggak
I'll
dihilangin.
show you the plans then.
Tanda barriernya. Oke,
Here you
ini
see the mithril
helmnya.
engine in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force.
Full is this,
Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack,
Kagak
which
ngerti gua,
disperses it into the surrounding air.
Ini bikin mesin kan,
Were we to rely on
Tulisannya
thermal
gua kagak
plating
kebaca lagi tuh,
alone
apaan?
to achieve this effect, the
Gua
rate
kebaca,
of
gua
excess
tulisan-
heat buildup would
tulisan
far exceed
asal-asalan,
the
anjing.
displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy.
Okay.
Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why?
Okay.
If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper,
Iya,
it would
pokoknya
vaporize
jadi
instantly.
tahan
The
banting.
forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there.
Oke, dah.
I understand.
Oke, si Clive
Mid
kayak enggak
said we
si
might be
Clive
able to
sama
use
kayak gue,
parts
dia tidak
of a
mengerti.
fallen ruin. Where would
Pokoknya
I find
intinya itu
it?
berguna buat ketahanan kapal
yes.
mungkin, guys.
It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Oke, tenang. Mau berbahaya mau enggak, gue hajar, tenang ya.
Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid.
Itu ya pedang
I'll
udah ada
gather my
pedang yang baru
team
belum
and
ya?
head
Gua
there
bisa
right
pedang ini,
away.
guys.
We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Keren sih tapi ini pedang ini. Keren yang sebelum sih ada satu lagi sih yang lebih keren lagi sebenarnya. Tapi ini not bad sih. Aduh, mana lagi? Laubert Pass tuh yang mana nih? Laubert oh ini di sana no. Oh, deket Sunbreak anjir. Ini Lost Wing. Oke, kita ke Lost Wing dulu, guys. Jauh. Anjing, jauh bet, kocak. Wah, jauh bet jauh anjing.
What about the curse?
Bentar, gua agak bingung. Wah, jauh bet jauh. The Fool. Anjir, udah lama banget gua denger lagu ini. Bener gak sih? Anjing, gua kemana kocak? Cok, salah jalan kah? Mana lobangnya nih? What? Ini? Oh, naik dulu ya? Oke, naik dulu. Sini kah? Bener gak? Oke, bener guys. Udah lurus aja nih guys. Panggil Cokobo.
No
Gak
use
bisa
calling
anjir.
Ambrosia now.
Suruh jalan kaki. Ngomong apa tadi? Gua gak denger. Saya panggil Cokobo anjir. Northern Valley. Ambrosianya agak coklat gitu guys sebelum mandi anjir. Gilbak ini tuh sebenernya gak tau buat apaan guys. Mungkin beberapa kali lucu sih. Anjir 2 gil doang penting. Anjir dia ubah. Bam. Quest destination nearby. BTW kenapa gue loncat levelnya gara-gara gue kalian side quest guys.
Thanks, Gal.
Lah. Udah nyampe sini aja sih Helena.
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
Iya santuy Helena.
The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine.
Reruntuhan ada makhluk hidup man.
Would you mind?
Gue bunuh
Of
mana
course.
hidupnya gue gak lihat.
I'll be right back.
Mana yang harus gue kalahkan guys? Mana gue gak lihat ada makhluk hidup. hidup. Gue yang buta atau emang nggak ada sih? Betul sejak kapan ada jalan di sini? Mana Torgal? Oh ini si mata satu nggak jelas anjir.
This must be our unwanted visitor.
Anjir matanya minta dikasih install.
Time to go.
Anjir matanya minta dikasih install. What the hell anjing? Bentar, kenapa jadi susah gini ya? Bentar guys, gue belum pemanasan guys. Gue udah lama nggak. Gue main apa sih? Gue main apa sih? Kenapa jadi canggung begini gue mainnya?
Too slow.
Kelar lu. Biar kelar gak sih guys? Ambil. Gua tondok dia anjing. Wait, anjing. Iseng banget. Baru mamam nih tonjokan kau itu orang-orang kampret. Mana berbuat pakai kue aing ajos ngejelas banget. Wes. Keluar kah? Oke, keluar guys. Anjir, gue cuma ngamen 2 hari, kaku banget, the full. Kaku banget. Itu kah yang harus kita lawan guys buat si ini?
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid.
Bukan, jangan bilang bukan. Yang harus gue lawan bukan itu.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Udah kah? Oke, material kedua mungkin udah guys. Mungkin ya. Masih. Oke, material kedua udah. 1 material lagi kayaknya guys. Anjir, increase strength tunic durasi 10 detik. Gue aja jarang pakai gitu-gituan. Gue kadang lupa guys buat pakai bisa ada nambah strength sama nambah defense sebenarnya. Cuma gue jarang make. Mereka nyari apa sih? Gue agak penasaran bener. Cuy, orang nyari apa sih? Bener, tadi itu ada. Ntar setahu gue tadi waktu gue lihat itu ada chest guys, sumpah. Mana chestnya ya? Gue mabuk kah? Nggak, sumpah tadi tuh ada chest. Gue sempet lihat tuh sempet ada chest. Mana ya? Oh ini. Kok loncat sih? Nah, meteorite guys. Gue nggak tahu tuh gunanya apa dah. Berarti banyak chest yang belum gue ambil cok. Nggak ke Genshin Impact kayak udah berapa persen gitu. Genshin Impact anjir, gue bandinginnya goblok. Oke, kita balik dulu guys ke Simit. Let's go. Mid. Aku kembali Mid. Anjir. Ini agak lama tuh di jalan gitu. Dia sengaja sih bikin kita jalan gitu. Kadang kan ada warga-warga ngomong kan, biar kayak beneran kita gak ada warga-warga ngomong, kita bisa tahu mereka lagi gosipin atau ngomongin apa gitu loh guys. Return back to mid. Bawah. Kita ke bawah. Dan kelihatannya gede banget ya, cuman kayak sebentar nyampe gitu loh, no. Bawahan dikit nyampe. Full. Udah nyampe.
Mid.
Oke, yang ketiga gimana, Mid?
Eleanor has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Rambut kayak
Excellent.
kayak
Another job well
air
done.
Gak sih?
And just
Enggak
one
sih.
remaining.
Beda lah.
Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding.
Oke, butuh
Prison
perisai
for
juga
the
kah?
dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of
Apa sih
tempered
mau bikin
steel
kapal
might
perang
do it.
nih?
Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the brine
Gua nyari
before it
apa
even
dong?
started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Oh, Harpocrates bener juga.
Hippocrates.
Tomes?
Si tukang baca buku,
Yeah,
aing.
well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Anjing, lu gak bisa sendiri apa? Bangke nih si Clive harus jadi multi talenta juga anjir. Harus jago berantem, harus jago ngomong, harus jago acting anjir. Ada masalah negara. Menyelamatkan dunia anjing. Banyak banget anjir. Dibuang emak juga lagi deh. Ntar gue lewat sini harusnya lebih jauh, Cek. Lu kenapa lewat sini, aing? Kiri harusnya lebih deket, kayaknya dah. Mah jauh banget. Naon sih, aing? Naon sih? Nggak karpograf tuh guys, buat nanya material buat perisai ya, pelindung kapal ya kan kayaknya. Shield kapal guys, berarti. Perisai kapal gitu kayaknya guys. Ini si Jill, terus. Jill mulu, aing. Udah harpograf sama. Mana tuh dua bocil ganggu kan? Si Ted, aduh gue lupa nama siapa, Ted apa sih?
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Yoi.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Nih desainer nih, tolong dah. Butuh material apa dah? Yang terakhir nih buat nyari material aja.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that
Oh, yang
think
dilingkarin
of
itu ya?
next?
Kayaknya. Yang mau
What are
dibikin.
these notes around
Berarti
the
dari tadi tuh
edges?
yang dilingkarin itu
It
pengen
has some
dibikin.
specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
Anjir, lu tahu juga
I
permaterial-materialan.
wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps
Anjir,
it is not a
jenggotnya
different material she requires, but a different approach.
Di braid ya, apa sih ngomongnya?
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Ketemu gak
Early
materialnya?
Gregorian histories
Moon's
speak
Dew?
of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames.
Itu apa material
Before
apa
the
ini?
dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it,
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them
Itu
and
BTW
see
siapa,
what
anjir?
wisdom they might have to
Orang
offer.
baru anjir.
If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates.
Oke guys,
And
kita
since you're
nanya
asking
dua
others
orang
to
lagi.
help you, perhaps I should too.
Ini material terakhir anjir. Apa cok materialnya sampai harus? Ini siapa? Tarjama Jill nih.
So you need a hand, do you?
Iya.
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
Yang bilang gue suruh milih mau bareng Tarja atau bareng si Jill.
Fine young mind would prove
Ya udah tau lah bareng siapa lah anjir.
I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Elah, emang suruh milih aing. Aduh, mending siapa aing? Mending pergi sama siapa? Cuma bisa pergi sama Jill kah?
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Justinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to
Kalau gue
Northreach,
pilihnya
though,
Tarja,
I
apa
think
yang
either
terjadi
of us
aja?
could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Pilih siapa? Jill. Ya gue pilih Jill lah.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a
Spirit
list here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So
Kita
much so, in
Jill
fact,
istirahat
that
di
they were
rumah.
harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
No, kita kan Northreach
Is that
gitu.
so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Ngedate sama Jill, let's go.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Oke, Tarya. Sorry ya, Tarya. Oke, Northreach gitu kita. OTW-nya. Buat material ketiga kah? Ini bikin kapal gini ya. Aneh gini.
Where's Jill?
Hilang anjir Jill. Quest destination nearby tapi Jill hilang. Anjirnya hilang. Bentar, ini jual apa nih? Merchant.
Do you see anything you like?
Enhancer apa cok ini anjir? Damage nambah 5. Tapi stagger kurang 10. Enhancer. Dah full. Raging Fist. Oh. Wah. Bentar, kenapa duit gue 35.000 doang? Bukan yang 100.000. Gue beli apaan?
Fine day to you.
Gue bahkan gak tau gue beli apaan.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
Oke, dia gila apa dia telur atau buah?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though.
Masa beli?
Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
Nggak berburu.
Right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic?
Oke, bawang
I'll find the
sama
other things
kacang
we need.
pepio, guys.
We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Anjir, masa nggak ngedate anjir bisa gini?
Up! You'll not find a bruised
Oke, bawang sama
fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Anjir bisa beli gini key item.
hope it's to your liking. Keep fighting the good fight.
Garlic sama kacang pepio. Pepionat mana nih?
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
Greengrocer.
What do you want?
Pepionat.
Pain. Thanks for nothing. That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Kelar ga? Jill dah Jill. Anjir malu-malu gini Jill tuh. Atau tangannya kesakitan anjir.
Did you find everything?
Yes.
I did. Here.
Kenapa ngasnya agak awkward gitu sih? Canggung.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Gimana ceritanya anjir? Pakai bawang buat mesin. Apa nih?
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Ayo. Anjir, untung gua gak pilih Tarja kali ya. Oh, kita camping.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children.
Anjay.
Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in
Childhood
the
friend,
sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of.
Apa cincin nikah?
Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies.
Oh,
Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
Makan bareng, kocak bet.
And I saw some bread.
Ngedate. Let's go.
Big white cobs.
Mereka canggung gini sih,
Rosalith
mereka
used
kayak
to
kaku
make.
gitu.
What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just...
All right.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you.
Agak tanggung gitu sih. Apaan sih?
Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Enggak lah. Kenapa ada gitu?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done.
Yes.
And we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Weh, momennya pas. Tapi Clive dongo aing. Momen pas, otak nggak sinkron aing.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Ya, bisa anjir, nggak mau pergi
I
bareng.
will. You too.
Gue penasaran kalau Tarja gimana. Lot ulang sama kita lihat Tarja, guys. Nah, gimana Torgal? Thor gimana Thor? Lu kenapa muter-muter Torgal anjir? Oke, udah kah? Ini berarti hideaway. Harusnya udah bener semua nih guys. Harusnya ya. Ya elah nih. Ini berapa episode aja yang mereka ciuman. Oh, mundunya dibikin pakai sayur-sayuran gini kan? Lapisan atau apa sih? Dah nih boy. Ini Jill jauh banget lu Jill.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
Oke, dia bikin moon dew, guys.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Si Bardolph Obolus ya.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light
Elah,
work.
Jill
and
dibawa
all
pergi
that.
ay.
Of course.
Udah kah?
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice. Just
Anjir, gue jadi penasaran kalau Otto sama si Tarja yang gue pilih gimana anjir.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Kita commit gak berarti sekarang?
Thank you, Hippocrates.
Ini bikin kapal nih, jadinya gimana kapalnya? Ini gimana nih kapalnya? Black blood. Darah hitam anjir. Can be trade for Gil. Oh, Gilbak itu buat di trade sama Gil anjir.
Well,
gue gak pernah nge-trade buat
I better
Gil.
go and give Mid the good news then.
Oh, emang harusnya berapa bisa di trade sama Gil gitu. Bagusnya. Tapi gue gak trade sama Gil. Deng deng deng. Gitu ini lagunya bisa diganti.
Crack the crystal too.
Yo iya. Oke, salah jalan deh kocak, kenapa gue lewat sini sih anjing? Salah, kenapa gue lewat sini deh? Bawah. Malah gue ke kamar gue sendiri. Nah. Nah gue santai begini gitu. Ceritanya lagi damai gitu di tempat ini dah. Kalau lagunya epic kan kayak lagi perang anjir. Buat sini. Ini masa orang nggak ngeliat sih ada di tengah-tengah laut ada, bentar gue salah jalan. Di tengah-tengah laut ada kapal segede ini.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
Ini kocak banget ada kelas gini. Di atas ada apa? Nih, dah nih. Akhirnya kelar
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant!
Ini kira-kira
I knew you won't
kapan
let me
jadinya?
down.
Mesin ini. I'm just Iran boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together.
Iran boy.
To the Black Hammer.
Namanya Black Hammer. Jadikah?
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Apaan aja didgeridoo-dah sama?
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take
Satu
this
dia,
outside.
berarti abis itu kita...
Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Gue penasaran sih, beneran jadi kah? BTW tadi ketawa tapi mulutnya kagak gerak anjir. Ada bug kah? Ada beberapa agak kaku gitu guys. Kayak tadi Jill sama si Clive tadi agak kaku gitu deh. Dari facial muka gitu-gitu. Sumpah, ini the full is this?
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Lu gila, Utut.
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Oh, oke, nice.
Good luck to them, I say.
Gila.
Right,
Gua
I'm
sampai
off to
mikir
get
nih
something
si
for the
Blackthorn
cell
apa
phone.
enggak.
Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Anjir, dia malu sampai tangannya putus, Bikin 4 biji katanya. Itu nggak jadi guys, bikinnya 1 doang.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
Kapal apaan pakai 4 engine beginian anjir?
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst,
Yang
and
bilang kapal
every
ini
scrap
anjir.
of soil
Bisa
in the
gerak
twins
nanti.
turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always?
Emang anjir, gue diperkerjakan
Alright.
mulu.
My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Ya, lu mau ikut gak?
I was. And you
Enggak,
can come
ini
too
cuman
now that your
pengen ke
little project
kuburannya
is
si
finished.
Sid dong, harus ngerjain
Right.
kapal dulu, apa?
There's just
Mesin kapal.
one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Belum jadi udah ayah captain anjir. Secara nggak langsung ya emang gue kapten juga sih. Ayah kapten ini.
Meg told me she was building a ship.
Yes, emang.
That's a ship.
Belum jadi orang
Let's
4
sail
biji.
it around the lake.
Belum deh, bentar. Udah pada penasaran aja
All right,
kapal.
Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final
Kocak lu
thing she
bikin
had to
kapal
take care
tiba-tiba
of.
gitu guys ya.
I'm sure she'll
Kalau
be
cuma
finished soon
pengen
enough.
ke kuburannya si
She
Sid
said
doang tadinya.
In those words.
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Sumpah. Ribet aing nih orang.
Is that the thing Toes held?
Ini Obulus.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Obulus tuh dia kambing.
In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I
kita harus
was on
kejar dia.
my way up to see you.
Emang bisa
as
naik?
it
Nggak tahu
happens.
sih.
Got
Bisa
a
naik gak ya?
letter for you.
Mungkin bisa kali ya, kalau bisa keren sih.
By the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person.
Terus tau gue nih game katanya nggak ada
Breeding ace.
mini game gitu guys katanya.
And you're here now.
Thank you, Obeleth.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Request for assistance and my journey to Canfair. Resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the content of his strongbox with us. Ntar ini tanda tangannya lucu banget guys. I believe Mr. Lamon's project is be quite the valiant enterprise. I hope the Caverian authorities will take kindly to the authorized use of their dockyard. Started if the rumor has already reached my friend. It was this master are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon anjir, semalam maksudnya for a moon what the fool anjir. Mau bulan madu Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Sekalian kirim
So what?
sigaf kah?
Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset.
It seems that way.
Bocil beban, bocil
Nothing
beban.
we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all
Beneran
set to
kapal
head to
bisa
the old
dipakai kan ini
hideaway.
nih?
I could do with getting to Canva
Muter-muter
pretty
gitu.
sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us
Rame
there.
betul, rame anjir.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
What the fool aja ini, kenapa gua nggak bisa kemana-mana, kocak? Bentar, ini kenapa nggak bisa kemana-mana nih? Ada sesuatu kah? Ini nggak bisa nge-save gua, what the fool? Ke gua yang dulu? Yang dihancurin sama Titan anjir. Sid Legacy, oh iya bener. Oh ini kuburannya Sid. Ada palunya si Blackthorn itu. Bersihin kuburan kah?
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me.
Anjay.
But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend.
Di tempat yang lama guys ini kayaknya.
Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
True.
Life has a beginning.
Anjay, ada awal dan ada akhir. Bener bet guys. Semua manusia pun begitu anjir.
So we must live while we have the chance.
Gak ada yang abadi
And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
Ini kayak bakal ada terjadi sesuatu guys. Soalnya kita nggak bisa kemana-mana. sesuatu yang akan terjadi di mapnya kayaknya deh. Makanya kita nggak bisa kemana-mana
Lady
tadi.
Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop
Mata
by
dia
and
buta
see
sebelah.
how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Kayaknya si Goetz bawa barang udah kayak keren berdiri gitu tadi, tiduran. Oh, dibikin berdiri. Si Blackthorn udah kesini tadi udah palu. Ya. Ada apa, kenapa pada liatin gue anjir?
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on.
Hawarnya udah makin luas bener.
And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
Hawarnya makin luas guys.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them.
Berarti
The only
tinggal
one that
berapa
remains
kristal
in
lagi nih
Storm
guys.
is Drake's tail in the crystalline
Enggak
dominion.
lagi kayaknya deh.
Our next target.
Next siapa nih?
Going to Twinside.
Twinside kah?
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Ngomong gitu mulu.
That'll
Sigap
stop
anjir.
you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
Semuanya
If
juga
you're
pasti
off to the
ke
Dominion,
ini lah dari
you can
awal-awal
take
tempat
this
yang Garuda
great
juga
lump
gitu dia
with
bilangnya.
you.
Dijaga ketat selalu gitu lah.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I
iyalah.
thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
Apa sih kayak goblin
You
lu?
letting me go with them? Oh,
Ini gede banget sumpah.
Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you
Iya anjir,
great galoot.
badannya remuk, kocak, Goet. Si Goet
There's a
aing.
caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goose's
Goblok
traders
Goet,
pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And
Santai
let's have
sih.
you with us, Goot.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off!
Oke.
Pull fingers!
Goblok anjing si Goet.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Kenapa ya? Kita nggak bisa kemana-mana tadi guys. Kenapa tadi? Pasti akan ada terjadi sesuatu, enggak kah?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Kenapa pisah begini anjir? Something happen? No? Something happen? Enggak kah? What the fooling? Balik hideaway, nggak bisa balik hideaway anjing. Oh, oke, memang nggak bisa kemana-mana guys. Balik hideaway. Wah, ini kayak bakal lama nih guys. Yaudah guys, mungkin segitu dulu kali guys buat yang part sekarang guys. Kita lanjut di next part. Ini kayak bakal lama guys, so kita nggak bisa kemana-mana. Kayaknya jadinya ini bakal jadi yang series yang panjang. Yang ini kalau bisa gue lanjutin ntar bisa 3 jam guys. Ntar gue ngeditnya mabok gue guys. Oke. Jangan lupa like bagi kalian yang belum like. Gue cabut dulu gue. Sampai jumpa di live stream atau di video selanjutnya guys. Bye bye, see you.